An omelet with hash brown, eggs to order with diner potatoes, blueberry pancakes, and bacon. I feel like I'm working at Bob Evans again. Hi, I'm Johnny, a professional drinker, amateur griddler. Today I'm going to try to make 3 breakfasts at one time on the griddle and relive my glory days from down on the farm. Let's see if I can do it. First, we need to get our griddle turned on into the proper temperature, which is ideally around 375 degrees. But I also like to put my bacon down while the griddle is heating up. This is a trick to do to render out the fat and to make it not get burnt. I learned this from Eduardo, my trainer, on my first day at Bob Evans. I also put down my shredded hash browns and my diced russet potato. I like to microwave my potato, the russet one, in some water for a few minutes just to soften them up before they go on the griddle. Then I'll put a steak weight on the shredded hash browns. Another tip that I learned from Ed. He taught me a lot that day, even though he didn't speak any English. The only thing I remembered from 4 years of high school Spanish was "Donde está la biblioteca?" I don't think the location of the nearest library is going to help us out that day, but seasoning your potatoes with a lot of salt and pepper will help you out because they're bland and they can handle a lot of seasoning. He also taught me to cook the meat and the potatoes first because they take the longest. Cooking order is important. You take whatever takes the longest first, and then like eggs, pancakes, and toast goes at the end because it takes the shortest amount of time. And you got to do this at somewhere like Bob Evans because on a Sunday morning, you're about to have a dining room full of the church crowd once it lets out. And the only thing these people love more than Jesus is bacon. We'll add some onions to our home fries to give them that nice diner feel, and after all the bacon is done, we move it over to the wire rack, then scrape the grease off just to keep the griddle clean. Ed always kept a clean griddle, or flat top, and that's why he is probably the best flat top cook I have ever seen in my 20 years of working in restaurants, because he was clean and he was organized every day. So that's another good thing to get used to doing. Stay clean, stay organized, prep ahead. Some veggies for my omelet. That's onion, pepper, and tomato. Try to dice your veggies evenly so they will cook evenly. Then I put down my sausage links, which I kind of butterflied open. I learned this from a local diner that me, my wife, and my son go to. And it kind of gives you more surface area. That way you can get a crust like all over your sausage. And they don't take as long this way too. Then I turned off both of the left burners to make a warming/egg zone. You don't want to cook your eggs at 375. You want to cook them closer to 300, 325. So we'll let that side of the griddle just cool down a little bit. Give them taters and onions a nice mix up. Then we'll go ahead and flip the shredded hash browns. They've been on there for almost 10 minutes now. I haven't touched them at all. That's the key. When you put the weight onto the shredded hash browns, you just don't touch them, okay? That's the whole key. Use a lot of oil or butter or both and just don't touch them, and that's how you're gonna get them nice and crispy. Now that the steak weight is free, we'll go ahead and flip them sausages, put it on there just to speed up the process and, you know, help them get that nice crust I was talking about. I put a little water down in the warming zone just to get it down to temp because it still wasn't as low as I wanted. I really don't want to burn the omelet, and you can burn it real fast. I've done it tons of times. So learn from my mistakes, happy accidents. Learn from my happy accidents. You don't want to burn your eggs, get them down to temp. And now we're right around 310 to 320. So go ahead and grab your handy dandy Cuisinart egg ring. If you got one, put it on the griddle. I like to use a spray with the omelet ring. That way it doesn't stick to the sides. Hopefully, it's still stuck to the sides a little bit, but hopefully it doesn't with the spray. Slow pour some scrambled eggs in there, and look, some might run under the ring. That's okay. Don't panic, just let them cook up. And while I toss all my veggies in there, then once they set up, you can go ahead and pull them away from the ring, lift them up, and put them right on top. So don't worry if little eggs run under there. I like to tap the rings a few times, then pull the egg slightly away from it before I lift it up. It still might stick, it's okay, you know, no mistakes, happy accidents. Next time we'll just use even more spray. Then I slide my spatula under each side of the omelet and boom, flip her over, there we go. A little bit of American cheese on there. I know it's not real cheese, but it is really delicious, so it's okay in my book. fold it over on itself, and boom, the omelet's done. A little bit more pan spray going down, then we'll drop our 3 pancakes for my 1-year-old son. He loves blueberry pancakes. Speaking of the devil, there's the blueberries. So I can put these in here, convince his mom that occasionally I feed him fruit. Father of the year, right? Got to give him a smiley face so he knows that I love him. The omelet is up on the warming rack right now, and my over easy eggs are going down. Always do your eggs to order last. This is a piece of toast with mayonnaise on it. I'm gonna toast up on the griddle. I know it sounds disgusting. All right, look, just try it. Wait till you see what it looks like. Just try it, trust me on this. And oh, buddy, that is a good looking griddle. Ignore the categories box in the corner. My tripod broke and no one plays board games anymore. So look, this isn't a professional show. Sometimes you got to grab categories and use it to hold up your camera, all right? And man, I think Ed would be proud of this so far, you know? It looks pretty good. I mean, so good. I was going to start my diet this week, but I'll probably just wait till next week now. Now I'll pour down the scrambled eggs and flip my over easy eggs. And, oh no, I jinxed it. Uh-oh, one of them broke. Okay, all right. Don't do what everybody thinks you're going to do and panic. Just another happy accident. You know, look. This is how I like my eggs, you know, one over easy and one fried all the way through. Completely normal. Ah, man, this was going so well and I just couldn't stick the landing. I'm sorry, Eduardo. I'm still just a griddle Padawan, not a griddle Jedi Master like you, but I'm working on it. We'll get there, huh? So I continue to slowly add my scrambled eggs while they're trying not to let them go all over the griddle or into the trough, but sometimes that happens. Then we'll start to plate everything up, give your pancakes a little flipperoo. Now let's take a look at that toast, and yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about, the mayo toast. Omelet, hash browns, bacon for the wife, 1 over easy, 1 hard egg, taters, and sausage for me, blueberry pancakes and eggs for my son. If you want to see a full start to finish breakfast on the griddle, that's on your screen right now. I'd highly recommend watching it. I go over it step by step, and it's easier to learn sometimes when you watch the full cook. So thank you for watching. Have a good one. Keep on griddling.